Hope we are okay and we are doing well. So, welcome back to the last episode of The Wrong Number. And remember that this now girl, as yesterday, that is in the fourth episode, she was able to find the address and she was happy, went home in preparation now for the following day to be able now to do what? To go visit the address. Yes, so the it's morning and the girl is well prepared. You know how we girls prepare when you want to meet someone who is, someone for the first time. She dressed so well, and of course she called an Uber and she rushed. Yeah, to go meet the person now, the stranger. Yes, remember this is after many weeks of searching. Yeah, and I'm sure even if it were you, would have felt well after getting the address number. A heart raced, She stood there and she was happy. The Uber is here and they traveled all the way to go see the address, where the place where the address was, so that she could maybe hopefully to meet the stranger. Yes. Now when they arrived at the address, she realized it was not a house, it was not an apartment, So she was like, oh my God, what is happening? Guess what? What was it? Imagine it was just a cave, a small cave. She didn't lose hope. This girl was a go-getter. So she slowly walked inside, scanning every corner of the cave. Yeah. And then eventually, at the ending point, somewhere in the corner, she saw him. He was sitting quietly by the window. He stood up and smiled. First of all, she trembled. She was like, what was this man doing in the cave? The man asked her, I hope you didn't come. She froze. The girl answered, I thought you had left the country. She whispered back to him. To her, she thought that maybe this man had gone far, far away place that she would never find her. She thought remember that she lost even the profile picture, the calls were not going through. So she thought probably she's not within the country. Kumbe this man was inside the cave where there was no network. He smiled. And then he told her, I almost did. But before leaving the country, I wanted to know. I wanted to know that what we had meant, as much as we had talked, meant more than the talking. So it was just like a test. She was there testing, the man was there testing her. He was almost leaving the country, and he would leave the country, but he tried to hide to see whether this girl would look for her. For a moment, neither of them spoke. She just laughed. Yeah, there are times that you lack words, to respond. And this girl told him, you answered my wrong number as a stranger when neither of my friends knew whether I was going through something. Maybe you are the right person all along that God and, kept somewhere for me. There was a reason. And I believe that in everything we do, there is always a reason. The guy smiled. Do you know what he told her after smiling? He told the girl, sometimes life introduces us, to the right people in the most unexpected way. You are just texting a stranger person. I didn't know how you looked like. I didn't know who you are. And I thought of encouraging you. This was God's doing. A year later, they returned to this. Of course, they went back and now they connected. They became friends. They started now a new chapter together, and all that. Now the girl went back to their home, and of course, she kept on visiting the man. The man kept on visiting her, and they became best of best friends with very good chemistry and connection. But a year later, they decided to return back to the same cave. This time, they were not strangers. They didn't return back as strangers. You know, you remember they connected by mistake? Yeah, they were walking together side by side and they returned back as couples. They just wanted to know, to see the place whereby, they made their vows, the place whereby they finally saw each other, and of course, they confirmed that this is the person they really wanted to, this is the person that they really wanted to be for each other. Now, I have tried to rush this story to cut it short. But what I can say that life, it doesn't always follow the plans we make. Sometimes we think that the friends that we have, the best friends that we have, are the people that probably maybe will marry us. They are the people probably will be the best people in our life or will be ever help us when we go through something. But let me tell you, my dear friend, some people who change, who change our lives, they arrive unexpectedly. You may connect on social media through an inbox. You may connect through a private number call. You may connect, on a matatu or in different areas. What matters is recognizing the genuine connection and fake or bad connections. Another thing, what matters is having the courage, to value each other, the courage to face each other. Not every wrong turn, leads you away from your destination, my dear ones. Don't complain. Sometimes it can lead you exactly where you wanted to be or where you are meant to be. Those who are not married, those who are single, I'm sure you don't know who will marry you. I'm sure you don't know who will be your Mr. Right. If you are there and you are looking for a job, I'm sure you don't know who will be your destiny connector. You don't know who will connect you for the job, or you don't know the job you will get. If you are there, you're a student and you are reading, I'm sure you are here. It's only God knows your performance. But you never know. Probably that stranger may teach you something that may come in exam. Those people we find as stranger, those people we find as weird, those unexpected things are the ones that brings expected and important things. Do you believe that some people come in our lives for a reason? Do you? Even if we meet them by accident, do you believe they come for a reason? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe for more stories, for more motivation, for more inspiration stories, and everything that I find necessary for us. Guys, bye and be blessed.